This is the biggest mistake that keeps you from ranking on Google. I've reviewed over 500 small business websites this year, and I keep seeing these same mistakes over and over again. And before my YouTube coach waterboards me, hit subscribe and like this video. So people spend thousands of hours doing keyword research. They're excited about the keyword they find. They optimize their website, they write content, and then nothing happens. No traffic, no rankings, nothing. In this video, I'm going to show you the most common mistakes, how to avoid them, and how to find keywords that actually rank. So let's get right into mistake number one, using near me keywords on your website. All right, so first mistake, and this is a massive one, people are literally putting the words near me on their website. That doesn't make any sense. So here's what happens. You go into your keyword research tool, you type in your service, and you see landscaping company near me, or dentist near me, or whatever your industry is near me. And it's got like 5,000 searches a month. And you say, holy crap, that's perfect. I want to rank for that keyword. So you go to your website and you're like, all right, I'm going to put in best landscaping company near me as my heading 1 tag. I'm going to put it in my title tag, and I'm going to mention it 10 times on the page. And listen, I get it. I totally understand why you would think that would work. It makes sense. People are searching for it, so you should use it, right? But here's the thing. Putting landscaping company near me on your website isn't going to work. Google already knows where the searcher is physically located. So when someone types near me, Google is using their location data, and that'll show them businesses that are physically near them. So instead of using near me on your website, make sure you're using locally relevant keywords. Like if you're in St. Catharines, for example, put landscaping services St. Catharines or landscaping professional St. Catharines. Or if you're in Hamilton or Toronto or New York or Brooklyn or wherever you are, make sure that's on your website. Because Google already knows where you are, and they'll show you for near me searches when you optimize for actual location terms. That's how it works. So stop wasting time with near me keywords on your site. Use real cities, real neighborhoods, and real locations. Mistake number two, chasing high difficulty keywords that you can't actually rank for. The next mistake is costing you the most traffic. Here's what happens. You find a keyword with 5,000 searches per month and you're like, that's the one, that's the money keyword. But then you look at the keyword difficulty and it's high. It's like 85 and it's super hard to rank for. And you think to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna go for it anyways, because if I can rank for this, I'm gonna get so much business. So you write this massive 3,000 word blog post. You optimize it perfectly. You're super proud of it. You hit publish and then it just sits there. Maybe it's on page 3, page 4, maybe page 10 of Google. And you're wondering what went wrong. So to give you a little bit more information, every website has what's called an authority score. It's basically a trust score with Google. It's determined by how many quality backlinks you have, how much traffic you're getting, how long you've been around, all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at my site. We have an authority score of 34. Most small businesses though are probably sitting between 5 and 20. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it means you can't compete for those hard keywords yet. Just think of it like this. You're a beginner boxer trying to fight Mike Tyson. It doesn't matter how good your technique is. You're gonna get knocked the F out. You need to build up your skills first by fighting people at your own level. So here's the fix. Start with the easy wins. When you're doing keyword research, filter for keyword difficulty between 0 and 29, or even better, 0 to 19. Just go after the absolute easiest keywords first, guys. And here's a massive tip. A lot of people won't go after a keyword because it only has 10 people searching for it per month. They think 10 searches, that's nothing. I want hundreds or thousands of visitors, not tens. So if you look at the difficulty and it says NA, that means there's literally no competition for that keyword. It should be really easy to rank for. That's a gold mine because you can actually rank for it. So here's what you can do. Find 20 keywords that get about 50 searches per month each, add them all together and you get 1,000 visitors. And you can actually rank for these because there's no competition versus going after one keyword with 1,000 searches that you'll never rank for because your business doesn't have the authority yet. And don't worry about starting small. Every site has to start somewhere. I started with an authority score of 0. And most of our clients are somewhere between 3 and 25. And as you get more traffic, your authority score goes up, and then it gets easier to rank for those more difficult keywords. It's kind of like a snowball effect. But you need to start with the keywords that you can actually win. Mistake number 3, ignoring keyword variations. All right, so mistake number 3, and this one's sneaky. So you find your main keyword, you write a blog post about it, and you're done. You move on to the next one. But you completely ignore all the related variation. There could be like 10 variations of that keyword that you're ignoring, which is traffic that you're leaving on the table. Let's say your main keyword is best tattoo shop in Houston. But when you dig into your keyword research tool, there's also best tattoo shop in Houston, Texas, affordable tattoos in Houston, tattoo shop for fine line tattoos. And what's the best tattoo shop in Houston? You have all these variations and each one has search volume. Most people only use one of these keywords and they're potentially leaving hundreds of potential visitors on the table. So here's the fix. When you're doing keyword research, type in your main keyword into the keyword magic tool and it'll show you all these variations. And I would usually choose between 5 to 10, maybe 7 keywords that are all related. And then you just include those variations naturally throughout your content. You don't need a separate blog post for each one. That could cause cannibalization. Just add sections or paragraphs answering those specific questions. So if I'm writing about SEO for small businesses, for example, I'll include sections on affordable SEO for small businesses, DIY SEO for small businesses, SEO for local small businesses, and how much does SEO cost for small businesses? Same article, but now I'm ranking for a lot more keywords instead of just one. And here's the thing, a lot of these variations have 10, 20, 50, or more searches per month. It doesn't sound like much, but when you add all those variations up, it's like 200 to 500 visitors from one piece of content. And the best part is, it's not even that much extra work. You're already writing about the topic, just make sure your content is a little bit more comprehensive, answer more questions, and cover more angles. That's it. That's the whole strategy. Mistake number 4, not matching search intent. All right, so mistake number 4. This one's critical. You have the perfect keyword, the perfect difficulty, everything else looks amazing, but your content doesn't match what people actually want. And you're not ranking. Google just doesn't want to show your content for some reason. So let's talk about the 3 types of search intent. You have informational, commercial, and transactional. There are more, but they're not relevant to this conversation. So let's take a look at informational. This is basically people looking for information on a topic. They're either in the research phase or they know they have a problem that they're trying to figure out, like how to tie a tie or what is SEO. Then we have transactional keywords. These are people saying something like hire an SEO specialist or hire a lawn maintenance professional. These are people using words like buy, shop, or hire. They're ready to spend money. Then we have commercial keywords. These are people comparing options before they buy, like people searching best laptop for video editing. But here's what happens, and this is where people screw up. Someone searching for the best CRM software, they want comparisons, rankings, reviews. They want to see something like a list of options. And if you give them a sales page for your CRM, Google's not going to rank that, ever. Or if someone searches how to fix a leaky faucet, they want a step-by-step tutorial. And if you give them a page that just says, call us and we'll fix your leaky faucet, you're not going to rank for that. So before you write anything, Google the keyword yourself, literally just type it into Google, look at the top 3 results, and look at what format they're using. Are they blog posts, listicles, how-to guides, video results? And what are the headings they're using? If you see a bunch of top 10 lists ranking, you don't want a 500-word blog post. Write your own top 10 list, but make it better, more detailed, more up-to-date, add your experience, and add case studies if you have them. In my agency, this is literally the first thing we check because you can't fight Google. If they're ranking listicles for a keyword, you likely need to write a listicle. If they're ranking how-to guides, you need to write a how-to guide. Match the format and you're like 80% of the way there. Mistake number 5, not checking backlink competition. All right, this is the last mistake, and honestly, it's one that trips up even experienced marketers. So you find an easy keyword, difficulty is 25, perfect. Great search volume, perfect intent match, everything looks amazing. You're like, I'm gonna crush this keyword. But you never checked on how many backlinks the top ranking pages have. And that's where you can get screwed. Because even though they're easy keywords, they can still be dominated by sites with hundreds of backlinks. And you can write the perfect content, like genuinely perfect, 10 out of 10, and still not rank because of that link deficit. So we need to talk about this because there's a difference between backlinks and referring domains. Referring domains is the real metric that I look at. That's the number of unique websites linking to a specific page. I could have 10,000 backlinks from one website, but that only counts as one referring domain. But 10 backlinks from 10 different websites, that's 10 referring domains, and that's way more powerful. You want to look at how many referring domains the top 3 ranking pages have. In your keyword research tool, just click on the URL in the search results, and it'll show you their authority score and the referring domains. So here's the realistic approach. If the top result has 300 referring domains and you have 5, that's a problem. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to outrank them no matter how good your content is. You just don't have enough link power yet. So instead, look for keywords where the top 5 results have no backlinks or very few. All right, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye. Oh, and hey, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.